Hello student, our today's topic is percentage exercise part 7. Okay. Now our indexes is memory based question which are asked in banking previous year exams and then summarize our lecture. Now there is a disclaimer. The images used in our slide deck are for the educational purposes only. We respect the intellectual property rights of the original creator and owners of these images. If you are the owner of any of the images used in this deck and have any concern or issues, please contact us at sathee@iitk.ac.in and we shall remove the images. Now first we see some formulas. Okay. First formula is percentage as a fraction. So numerator upon denominator multiply by 100 we get the percentage value. In the same way, if we have percentage value, so percentage value divided by 100 we get the fraction. Again, percentage conversion, part upon whole multiply by 100 we get the percentage value. Same percentage calculation, if it is given that x percent of y, how can we write it? X upon 100 multiply by y. Percentage increase in quantity upon original quantity multiply by 100. In the same way, percentage decrease will be decrease in quantity upon original quantity multiply by 100. Next one, if x is a% more than a, then y is a upon 100 plus a multiply by 100% less than x. Same way, if x is a% less than y, then y is a upon 100 minus a multiply by 100% more than x. We will see some other formulas. Next one is percentage increase or decrease direct calculation new quantity. Okay, when we need to calculate new quantity directly, so which formula we will use? Bracket 1 plus percentage change upon 100 multiplied by original quantity, we get the new quantity. In the same way, if we need to get direct net change percentage, so we will use which formula? We will use plus minus a plus minus b plus minus a multiplied by plus minus b upon 100%. This will be our net change. Okay. In the same way, percentage change in population after an year. So T in the bracket 1 plus minus r upon 100 to the power n, where r represents the percentage change, n is the number of year, p is the population. Clear? In the same way, population n year equal p upon 1 plus minus r upon 100 to the power n, where r represents the rate of change in percentage and n represent the number of years, and plus minus represent the increase and decrease of the percentage. In the same way, percentage increase or decrease in consumption. So what will be the formula of change in consumption? It will become a upon 100 plus minus a multiplied by 100%. Next formula, percentage increase or decrease net effect for some same percentage. There will be always be decrease. So what will be the decrease is a square upon 100% decrease. Clear? So we will see some questions. Now the first question is, a candidate appearing for an examination has to secure 35% mark to pass, but he secured only 40 marks and failed by 30 marks. What would be the maximum mark of the test? You have 5 options and 10 seconds to solve this question. Your time starts now. Now time's up. Let's see the solution. Question says that candidate get 40 marks and failed by 30 marks. So what will be the mark of passing? It will be 40 plus 30, which is 70. And it is also given that he is 35% marks to pass. If he secure 35% marks, then he will be passed. So it means 35% marks is equals to 70. So if 35% is equals to 70, what will be the 100%? 70 upon 35 multiplied by 100, which is 200. So maximum mark of the test will be 200. Clear? Next one. Raja got 76% mark and Seema got 480 mark in a test. The maximum mark of the test is equal to the mark obtained by Raja and Seema together. How many marks did Raja score in the test? You have 5 options and 10 seconds to solve this question. Your time start now. Now time's up. Let's see the solution. Seema got marks in percentage will be 100 minus 76, which is 24. Clear? And it is given that 24% mark is equals to 480. Because in the question says that Raja got 76% mark and Seema got 480 marks in a test. Clear? So for 24% mark will be 480. So what will be the 100%? 100% will be 2000. Now the question is, how many mark did Raja score in the test? So mark got by Raja, total mark is 2000 and 480 mark scored by Seema. So 1520 was the right answer. Next one. On a test consisting of 150 questions, Rita answered 40% of the first 75 questions correctly. What percent of the other 75 questions does she need to answer correctly for her grade on the entire exam to be 60? You have 5 options and 10 seconds to solve this question. Your time starts now. Now time's up. Let's see the solution. Question says that on a test consisting 150 question, what it means, if he wants to score 60%, then how many number of questions he should be corrected? So total number of answered question will be 150 multiplied by 60 upon 100, which is 90. And correct answer from the first 75 questions, which is 40%. It is given in the question. So he answered 30 right questions in 75 out of 75. Clear? 40%. So 30 questions he answered correctly. So now what will be the remaining answer? So required percentage will be 90 minus 30 upon 75 multiplied by 100, which is 60 upon 75. When we solve it, we get 80%. So Rita should be solved 80% question correctly from the 75 rest of the questions. So answer A is the correct. Next one. In an election between two candidates, one got 52% marks of the total valid vote. 25% of the total votes were invalid. The total number of votes were 8,400. How many valid votes did the other person get? You have 5 options and 10 seconds to solve this question. Your time starts now. Now time's up. Let's see the solution. Now, total valid voter. In the question, it is given that 25% of the total vote are invalid. Okay. So 75% vote should be invalid. 8,400 multiplied by 75 upon 100, which is 6,300. So 6,300 vote are valid. Now, question says that two candidate, one got 52%, some other person got 48%, because total valid vote should be 100%. So if one person got 52, other person will get 48%. So what will be the 48% of 6,300, which is 3,024. C is the correct answer. Next one. In a college election between two candidates, one candidate got 55% marks of the total valid vote. 15% of the votes were invalid. If the total votes were 15,200, what is the number of valid votes the other candidate got? You have 5 options and 10 seconds to solve this question. Your time starts now. Now time's up. Let's see the solution. Total number of valid voter 15,200 multiplied by 85 by 100, because question says that 15% votes were invalid. So 85% vote will be valid. So when we calculate it, we get 12,920 votes are valid. Now, 55% vote got by one candidate, so 45% vote got by another candidate. So what will be the 45% of 12,920? When you calculate it, you get 5,814. This is the correct answer. Next one. The population of a town was 48,600. It increased by 25% in the first year and decreased by 8% in second year. What will be the population of town at the end of 2 years? You have 5 options and 10 seconds to solve this question. Your time start now. Time's up. Let's see the solution. Now the question says it. Population of the town at the end of the second year. This is the question now. Now 48,600 population was 2 years before. Now the first year it is increased by 25%, which means 125 by 100. And next year it is decreased by 8%. So what will be the rest population will be 92%. 92 upon 100. When we solve it, we get 55,890 is the correct answer. Next one. In a mixture of milk and water, the proportion of water by weight was 75%. If in the 60 gram of mixture, 15 gram water was added, what would be the percentage of water weight in grams? Okay. So you have 5 options and 10 seconds to solve this question. Your time start now. Now time's up. Let's see the solution. So weight of water in 60 gram of mixture. 60 multiplied by 75 by 100, because in the question it says that 75% was water. Water by weight is 75%. So when we calculate it, we get 45 gram of water. When we add 55 gram of water, it will become 60. Okay. So required percentage will be 60 upon 75 multiplied by 100, which is 80%. So E is the correct answer. Find a single equivalent increase if a number is successively increased by 10%, 20% and 25%. Clear? You have 5 options and 10 seconds to solve this question. Your time start now. Time's up. Let's see the solution. Now, if we let a number which is 100, so first increase 10%. What it means? It will become 110. Then this number again increased by 20%. Clear? So when we calculate it, we get 132. Again, this number third time increased by 25%. So this number become 165. What it means? It means the number was before 100 and now it become 165. It means what will be the increment? Increase is 65%. So option B is the correct answer. Next question is, the price of rice has been increased by 20%. By what percent should Sanjay reduce the consumption of rice in the family so that the expenditure of rice remain the same as the before in increase in the price of rice? So you have 5 options and 10 seconds to solve this question. Your time start now. Time's up. Let's see the solution. Required percentage, we use this formula x upon 100 plus x multiplied by 100. So where x is the percentage increase, so we get the directly percentage increase. Clear? So 20 upon 120 multiplied by 100, which is 16 2 by 3%. Clear? So Sanjay reduced consumption by 16 2 by 3%. Clear? Next question. An article is sold at discount of 20% on mark price. In order to gain 60% on mark price, at how much more percent of the discount price it should be sold? You have 5 options and 10 seconds to solve this question. Your time starts now. Time's up. Let's see the solution. Let the mark price of the article be X rupees. Selling price at a discount of 20%. So if mark price is X, so selling price will be X minus 20% of X is equals to 4X by 5. In order to gain 60% on market price, selling price will be X multiplied by in the bracket 100 plus 60 upon 100, which is 8X by 5. Clear? So question says that how much more percent of the discounted price it should be sold. Clear? So required percentage will be 8x upon 5 minus 4x upon 5 upon 4x upon 5 multiplied by 100, which is 100%. So E is the correct answer. Next question is, in an examination, it is required to get 256 mark of the total maximum aggregate mark to pass. A student get 192 mark and is declared failed. The difference of mark obtained by the student and the required to pass is 10%. What is the maximum aggregate mark a student can get? You have 5 options and 10 seconds to solve this question. Your time starts now. Now time's up. Let's see the solution. Let the maximum mark be X. According to question, 10% of X should be 256 minus 192. It is given that the person get, if required to pass the exam to get 256 mark, but the student got 196 mark and he failed, and it is given that he failed by the 10%. So 10% of X is equals to 64. So what will be the 100%? So X will be 640. So C is the correct answer. Next question. In an election between two candidates, 60% of the voter cast their vote, out of which 4% of the votes were declared invalid. A candidate got 7,344 votes, which were 75% of the total valid vote. Find the total number of votes enrolled in the election. You have 5 options and 10 seconds to solve this question. Your time starts now. Now time's up. Let's see the solution. Okay. Let the total number voter was 100x. Now according to question, give that total vote cast is 60%, which is 60x. Total valid vote will be 60x minus 60x. 60 multiplied by 4% was invalid, so 4%, 4 upon 100, which is 57.6x. According to question, 57.6x multiplied by 75%, which is 75 upon 100, is equals to 7,344. It is given in the question. Now what will be the total vote? If x is equals to 170, what will be the total vote? We let the total vote 100x. We multiplied by 100. Get 17,000. C is the correct answer. Next question is, Samar spent 52% of his monthly salary on household expenditure and 23% on the miscellaneous expenditure. If he is left with 4,500 rupees, what is his monthly salary? You have 5 options and 10 seconds to solve this question. Your time starts now. Now time's up. Let's see the solution. According to question, total percent of money left. So first, see, he spent 52%. Again, he spent 23%. Clear? So 100 minus 52 plus 23, which is become 25%. And in the question, it is given that he left with 4,500. So 25% is equals to 4,500. What will be the 100%? 4,500 multiplied by 100 upon 25, which is 18,000. Next question. In a class, 60 students, in a class of 60 students, 40% can speak only Hindi. 25% can speak only English, and rest of the student can speak both the language. How many students can speak English? You have 5 options and 10 seconds to solve this question. Your time start now. Now time's up. Let's see the solution. Now, according to question, number of students speak only Hindi is 40%. So 60 multiplied by 40 upon 100, which is 24. The number of students speak only English, 60 multiplied by 25%, we get 15. Number of students who speak both the language will be 60 minus 24 plus 15, which is 21. So number of students speak English, it should be 15, which is only speaker of English, and both, which is 21, is total will be 36 number of students who speak English. So C will be the correct answer. Next question is, A, B and C invested in a business in the ratio of 3:2:5 respectively. If A earn 100% more profit than B and C earn 40% more profit than B, then what is the share of B in the profit? You have 5 options and 10 seconds to solve this question. Your time start now. Now time's up. Let's see the solution. This is a logical question. Okay. In this question, profit is not given, so we cannot determine the answer. Clear? Because in this question says that A, B, C invested in 3:2:5, and A earned 100% more than B and C earned 40% more profit than B. So how could we define it? Clearly? So if profit is not given, we cannot find the answer. So this answer cannot be determined. D is the correct answer. Next one. Rajiv spent 20% of his salary on food, 15% on convenience, 10% on education, 35% on house rent. If he spent 1950 on education, how much does he spend on convenience? Clear? You have 5 options and 10 seconds to solve this question. Your time start now. Time's up. Let's see the solution. It is given that 10% is equals to 1950. So convenience is 15%. It is given that Rajiv spent 15% on convenience. So what will be 15%? 1950 by 10 multiplied by 100, which is 2925. So A is the correct answer. Next question is, in 2009, the food production was 5.5 million tons. And in 2010, the production was 4.4 million tons. Find out the percentage decrease in food production in these 2 years. You have 5 options and 10 seconds to solve this question. Your time start now. Now time's up. Let's see the solution. Percentage drop will be 5.5 million ton minus 4.4 million ton upon 5.5 million ton multiplied by 100, which is 1.5 upon 5.5 multiplied by 100, which is 20% decrease. Clear? B is the correct answer. Next one. After giving 25% discount on the entry ticket, the number of visitors increased by 30%. What will be its impact on the entry with respect to other days? 5 options and 10 seconds to solve this question. Your time start now. Time's up. Let's see the solution. We again use the net effect formula. First, he gave discount 25% and the visitor increased by 30%, minus 25 plus 30 minus 25 multiplied by 30 upon 100, which is 2.5% decrease. Next question. A man spends 75% of his income. His income is increased by 20% and he increases his expenditure by 10%. His saving is increased by, you have 5 options and 10 seconds to solve this question. Your time start now. Time's up. Let's see the solution. Let the income of man is 100, expenditure is 75, saving should be 25. Then from the question, income become 120, which is increased by 20% and expenditure also increased by 10%. So expenditure become 82.50 rupees. Saving should be 120 minus 82.50, which is 37.50. Now the percentage increase in saving, 37.50 minus 25 upon 25 multiplied by 100, which is 50%. D is the correct answer. Next one. At an election, a candidate got elected by fetching 63% of the total votes. If 54,982 voters did not vote in favor of the elected candidate, what was the total number of votes polled? You have 5 options and 10 seconds to solve this question. Your time start now. Time's up. Let's see the solution. Percentage of votes not fetched by the elected candidate, which is 100 minus 63, is equals to 37%. So it is given that 37% is equals to 54,982 because the candidate got elected, he got 63% vote. So how much percent number of vote he didn't get? 37%, which is equals to 54,982. What will be 100%? We divide 54,982 by 37 multiply by 100. So required votes will be 1,48,600. Clear? C is the correct answer. Now summarizing our today's session. Percentage fraction. A percentage fraction represent a percentage as a fraction. To convert percentage to a fraction, you divide the percentage by 100 and simplify. For example, 25% can be written as fraction 25 upon 100, which simplify to 1 by 4. In the same way, percentage increase and decrease value. Percentage increase, this calculation, the amount by which a value has grown. Define the percentage increase, subtract the original value from the new value. Divide by the original value and multiply by 100. For example, if a price rises from 50 to 60, the increase is 60 minus 50 upon 50 multiplied by 100, which is 20%. In the same way, percentage decrease is, this calculates the amount by which a value has reduced. To find the percentage decrease, subtract the new value from the original value, divide the original value and multiply by 100. For example, if a price drop from 80 to 60, the decrease is 80 minus 60 upon 80 multiplied by 100, which is 25%. Okay. Thank you.